Students World Congress of IPPNW. I would like to invite on stage Dr. Ime John. Dr. Ime John, please come up to the stage. Dr. John McCoy. Dr. John Lawrence. Dr. L.S. Chawla, Khavendra Vikram, Ruth Michelle, and Alex. Dr. John Lawrence. I wish you all a very good morning. I'm extremely sorry for the time delay, but somewhere around we'll try and catch up. We must not be late. We have a whole schedule planned. I would like to invite Dr. Ime John on mic as he will say a few words.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. A great honor to be here in this culturally diverse country, and it's a very great pleasure. My predecessor, Ron McCoy, and Gunnar Westbury, I think he's still having his breakfast. Alex, Ruth, Kahendra, and all the great students who are here. I just want to tell a small story because I didn't know what I'm to say here today. But it was sometime in 1988, while I was still in the medical school, that I saw a picture of a bomb exploding somewhere in Hiroshima. And the next year we were supposed to go to Hiroshima. That's how my history of IPPNW started. Now, I want you to get one point. The point is, I started as a student. So it's a great feeling that I'm here today, wherever you put me into. But the history is, I started as a student, and it's been a very great pleasure walking that way up to today. I want to use the opportunity to thank the organizers of this conference. We all acknowledge the enormous and the tremendous time, money, energy, resources have been put in to be able to bring this conference up to this moment. Not to waste much of your time, I wish all of you a very successful meeting. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. John. I will now invite Dr. Gunnar Westberg to say a few words.
Coming in from this side. Yes, we are great at improvising organizations and getting the speaker from the breakfast table to come to say wise words. And it's expecting a lot, I would say, and demanding a lot. Wisdom from the breakfast table. Well, I think there is wisdom in the air. At least there is enthusiasm and there is optimism. Things are changing. As you may know, last year, 1 year ago, 4 elderly statesmen in the United States who were members of previous administrations, Schultz, Kerry, Nunn, and Kissinger, wrote a paper in which they, so to say, declared their conversion. They had seen the light. That if nuclear weapons are not to be in the arsenal of many countries, we will have to abolish them completely. And the United States must take the lead. The reaction in the world was very strong. The Hoover Institute, which had commissioned the meeting, the conference at which this statement was made, got an enormous response, and a book was put out last fall, and a second conference took place. And now, 3/4 of the previous American foreign policy leaders, 3/4 of those were still alive, to support this. And so does Barack Obama, who may be the next president of the United States. Thus, there is a strong hope that we now are turning a corner and are going towards complete abolition of nuclear weapons within 20 years. This was a dream to us a few years ago. We have been saying all the time, the world must be free from nuclear weapons. It should not be a question as to decreasing them, and that the lead must be taken by the United States, no other country. So, I think we have every reason to be optimistic. Well, things can go wrong. But as it seems, we are now have a better possibility, a more optimistic atmosphere. You know, I met with Senator Nunn a week ago in London, and he told me that he had never believed in abolition, but he kind of saw the light and came into a room and embraced one of the well-known abolitionists who had worked with him for a long time, said, "I have been converted," you know, as if he had, so to say, seen God. And since that time, he really very strongly believes this is necessary. And he received, when I met him, the Convention Against Nuclear Weapons, which we have worked out, and said that that would be an important document for our work. I tried to give it to him 2 years ago, that he didn't want to look at it. So things are changing. And we are, I think, you are, a very important factor in this change. Change doesn't just happen, we bring it about. So keep up the good work, and maybe a few years from now we can say, we are going to make it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Thomas. I will now invite Dr. Ron McCoy.
Good morning, everybody. It's wonderful to be here with students, and whenever I'm with students, I wish I was a student again. They were the most wonderful times of my life. Gunnar's just talked to you about change, and we now have a possible future President of the United States who's talking about change that we can all believe in. And let's hope he wins the nomination and the election eventually. But we have to be the agents of change. It's not going to happen spontaneously, as you know. And IPPNW in 1995 decided that after the NPT Review Conference, that we had to rejuvenate this whole question of nuclear disarmament. And when we looked at the biological and chemical weapons, they both had conventions, and we felt it was time that we promoted and propagated the idea of a Nuclear Weapons Convention, an international campaign to abolish nuclear weapons, or ICAN, was born in 1995 from that meeting. And so we have this is our primary program, and it depends so very much upon students who are the future of IPPNW, and of course the other affiliates in IPPNW. And so we would like to urge you to work with us and with like-minded governments to try and create the political will for the abolition of nuclear weapons. And we hope that this will happen perhaps by the year 2020. And that's a goal that we should aim at. And so thank you very much for having me here this morning. It's good to be here with all of you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ron. Just to add a personal touch, it was his speech that I had heard